What's up, Star Trek fans? A quick little video here. Spoilers ahead, obviously. How could they bring back Captain Shaw in Star Trek Legacy if it were to continue? Let's say that I actually wanted to see it, which I do. I want to see some kind of future here. But let's say that Seven of Nine continues as the captain of the Enterprise G now. And she brings Shaw back as a hologram. So basically, Seven of Nine would in the first or second or third episode into the season, at some point into the season, the crew disappears for some reason. She is like one of the only ones on the ship, and she has to figure out a way to navigate out of there, and she's on her own, and she's having trouble concentrating, and she's like, computer simulate something, to interact with the computer, and she's like, the computer's not doing it. And then she tells the computer to upload, all of Shaw's personal logs and any footage of him that they have and personality traits. And she creates basically a holo Captain Shaw, so a holodeck Captain Shaw, for which in the episode she sort of confides in and collaborates with. And in the end, she solves the problem with some of the guidance from the holodeck Shaw. And the Shaw holodeck could be great because they could talk, and he could be like, so by the way, how did I die exactly? Was it your fault? And she's like, well, it wasn't my fault. Seems like your fault because you're here and I'm not. No. And then, whatever. And then they have all this banter that they can do. And it'd be great. It's like his personality has been inserted. So then at the end, Seven of Nine, as she goes to leave after they've solved the problem, whatever it is, Captain Shaw's hologram on the holodeck is there. And as she walks out, she says, computer delete. And then she turns around and she goes, save program. And the doors close. And Seven of Nine walks off the holodeck, or maybe he's a holo emitter thing in her room or whatever. Whatever it is. It's a little creepy, right? It's a little bit weird, and, if someone else finds... Other people may not know about it, right? And obviously, throughout the season, he'll be utilized, once in a while, and not like all the time. She's not going to go to him for every problem, but he's almost like a... Robert Picardo doctors, Data, or like a Guinan, and a counselor in a way that Seven can go to. I think that would be a wonderful way to bring Shaw back and have him on Star Trek Legacy or whatever they call, Seven of Nine's, whatever it is. I'm not saying that the whole show is focused even on Seven of Nine in this Enterprise. Maybe it's focused on multiple ships, multiple different stories, whatever, and there happens to be a few stories that involve this Enterprise and Seven of Nine. I don't know. I don't know how people are going to feel about Raffi being on there with her. I mean, that's a weird dynamic. You know what I mean? But that's just my basic idea without getting into bigger details. And more. I've written out a whole thing of like dialogue between the two that I thought was funny. That sounds like Todd and Jerry Ryan. It's just for fun, fantasy reasons. But yeah, I think that could actually be really cool. So that's my idea. Since I've seen so many people talking about how they could bring Shaw back, that's how I would bring Shaw back. But maybe the people who created this, and maybe Terry Metalis and all his team, maybe they have a much better idea that I didn't think of. What are your thoughts, guys? How do you think they could bring Shaw back? And how do you think they should interact with Seven of Nine and Shaw going forward if there ever were to be a Star Trek Legacy? Well, this is Star Trek Late Night, and I want to hear from you. So if you guys have questions, comments about anything, leave them in the chat down below in the comment section, because my next video I might utilize them. Also, feel free to leave me a super thanks, because donations have been unlocked on this channel. Ads have been unlocked on this channel, finally. I haven't been able to utilize it the whole season of Picard. Unfortunately, it just kicked in at the end of the season. So if you guys want to show your support, show it with a super thanks down below. That'd be really cool. I'll pin the biggest one to the top. And if there are no super thanks, I'll pin the best comment I find to the top of this video. I look forward to hearing your reactions, and Let me know down below, and stay tuned for more videos. They're coming from me here at Star Trek Late Night. Here's some other videos from my channel that you might have missed. Go back and watch them.